Gina here. I am filming my second video for YouTube. Yay! I'm super excited to share this one today. It's all about the creative process. It's actually the top thing that you guys asked to see a video about. So hopefully I can share all the behind the scenes, and if I forget something, which I'm sure I will, just leave a comment and I'll try to respond. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe. So before I start any project, I have to pump myself up a bit and overcome fear and doubt, because sometimes my thoughts are overwhelming and they're telling me that I'm not good enough, or that my work isn't good enough, or that I'm not the right fit for the role. And it's super important that I follow up those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And so there's a few different things that I like to do before I get going, if I'm in that type of a headspace. So a few things that have helped me are creating lots of work, even when I feel like I'm not great at it, or that it's bad. Going back and looking at some of the pieces that I've done in the past to see the growth that I've actually had, and making sure that I'm always keeping a positive mindset and speaking positive things over myself as I create. A great approach for me is to put my best foot forward in everything that I create. I know that all things have to grow from a small seed-like beginning. So even if my work isn't as amazing as I hoped, I know that if I keep putting out my best, learning and growing, it will grow also. You are loved. You are amazing. You are created to create, just like your creator. You have so much inside of you that you might not have even tapped into yet. What you bring to the table matters. Get out of your head and just start. So most of my projects come from inquiries from clients, word of mouth, and we do a lot of back and forth through email, trying to figure out what the project is about. And then once we come to an agreement on it, I set timelines for where dates will fall, sketches will fall, kind of giving both parties an expectation list of what we can both bring to the table and expect, so that nobody's let down or feels like they're out of the loop on what's going on. Inspiration is everywhere. It is where we live, where we travel. It's in the words that we repeat over ourselves. It's in how we dress and what we wear. It's in how the light hits the places in our home and the sweetness of our kids. For me, it's in play. I have to get into something else to find inspiration. It can't be sitting in art. I gotta go and do things and move my body and get out of the house. It's in seasons changing, in decor, places we've been, people we love. It's in color. I love color. And so many different ways that we can bring color to life. It's in patterns, it's in prints, in things that we overlook that are right in front of us. It's in getting dirty and trying new things. probably one of my favorite parts of the process is creating a vision or mood for the project. I always do a mood board for client projects just so that I can make sure that we're on the same page visually, because sometimes the ideas in my head are not the ideas that the client has. Actually, oftentimes. Even when they trust you, it's good to have kind of a vision to go off of. I grab a lot of images from online, Pinterest, places where there's free photos like Unsplash, and just kind of for me and the client. So I sketch both by hand and digitally. And really, it's just to get my ideas out. Keeping a sketchbook is super important. I'm really not good at it. I'm not. My sketchbooks have like every few pages. Some people fill them. I just don't. But I like to at least sketch out the ideas before I start on a project. And that just helps me to kind of see where things are going and make a plan. However, I would say that often, even when I make a plan sketching something, it always changes. After laying down a sketch, we start adding color. Usually in between this time frame, the sketches are sent over to the client and they kind of give me their feedback and any changes that they want to be made, and then we move into color. So next comes edits and revisions. I'll send over the artwork to the client, and I always expect revisions. A lot of times there's just little things that need to be changed. Sometimes they want to rework different parts of the piece, and I used to get really down on myself when I didn't get things right the first time, but I think that's super laughable now because revisions can often elevate the project to the next level. Sometimes a client will think of things that will bring the design up a notch. So taking criticism and allowing it to evolve your work is the key here. Once the final images are approved, we close out the project, I deliver the final files, and kind of go from there. But I do not end any project unless I am super excited and happy about it. I'm okay to sit in revisions for a little while until we get it right, because I want to be just as excited and obsessed with anything that I create. I feel like that's part of the creative process, is that sometimes you're not going to like something, but if you just keep moving through the process, you might be able to get it right and get it to evolve and look even better. One of the things that I have learned over the years is to really trust my creative voice. God created me with something unique and fresh to share with the world, and my gift of art is just one of the ways that I'm able to do this. I don't really think that you have to find your style. I think just as you were born with a voice and a unique personality, everything that comes from you has your stamp on it. I think it is more about being confident in what you have to offer and not being swayed by comparing yourself to everyone else and what everyone else is doing. I often try to remind myself that the client reached out to me because they trust that I can get the job done. They have seen something within me that they believe in, and we have to trust and believe in that too. For me to become more confident in the work I created and share, it took me continuing to practice and use my gift. Just like any new hobby, you'll never get better or find what you can become if you never use it. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Make sure that you subscribe. If you have questions, leave comments below, and grow in confidence in your ability and what God has made and created you to be.